Okay, I've had a few requests about my setup and what it is exactly that I do to make my videos. So I'm attempting something new today, and I'm going to share it with you guys so you can see what I do. Um, from this camera, I'm recording my setup, and it's probably way too complex for even me to understand what's going on. But I have my Macintosh computer here, my iMac, and then I have an extended screen over here that I just hooked up with an HDMI cable, and I have everything. I have it hooked up to my iPad, which I have mirrored up to my iMac, and then I have my Yeti microphone, which is catching all of this. And I'm gonna hopefully, if this goes well, I'm gonna go between the two videos while we're doing this. Basically from this aspect where you see what I'm doing, and then directly to the screen where you see what's happening now. So hopefully that's the way it's going to work. And the audio, I'm hoping I'm recording that up here, so it's going to have the same audio all the way through the videos. Now this is the first time I've ever done this, so this is something unique for me. But anyway, let's get to the main screen here. Now I have open my Screencast-O-Matic. So it's recording everything on my screen, as you can see by my mouse going around here. But I can go off the screen as well, and I can actually come over to this other computer. So for the setup, I have my computer, which is the iMac. I have my iPad, which is here. And I have the application Screencast-O-Matic. There's two versions of Screencast-O-Matic. There's a free version, and there's a pay version, and I haven't looked to see what the pay version costs, but I think it's a one-time charge. So, and then in addition to that, I have ExplainEverything on my app, my iPad. Okay, so you can use really any setup you want. You don't have to be as complex as what I'm doing. You can just basically use only an iPad. You can use only a computer, and make your videos from there. It doesn't have to be this complicated. It really doesn't. I think I just like making my life complicated, and that's why it's like this. Okay, so using the iPad, because this is where I make as I'm making my videos. This is where I make all my notes. I have an Apple Pencil. And you can see, if I get it set up right, I can actually write on the iPad, and it immediately comes over here to the screen, which I like. I like, and I've just now started to mirror the way I'm mirroring. Before, I used to use another app. So if you don't have an iPad, you can do a different app. It was called Splashtop, and it allowed me to wirelessly mirror my iPad to my computer screen. And then I would Screencast-O-Matic at that point. But now Apple has it set up where I can mirror it using QuickTime Player, so that works as well. So anyway, I have my notes over here so I can make sure I'm covering all my topics. I use Screencast-O-Matic to make a video of the iPad screen. All right, so my iPad screen is up here. Usually I don't have the video as big as it is here. I usually just cover the writing portion of the screen here, and I try to keep it in the same aspect ratio as what's going to be on YouTube. Okay, so how I do my actual setup is I will use ExplainEverything and my textbook in the classroom. We have a digital version of our textbook, and I just go to the section that I want to teach from, and I take pictures. So in this particular case, and what I like about ExplainEverything is I can use a pointer as well, and you can actually change the pointers. So if I just want a little dot, I can use that, and I can point on the screen. Actually, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Screencast-O-Matic also, when I put the pencil, it should have like a yellow circle around it when when I actually go to record. So basically what I have here is the class textbook, and I will go to the student online edition, which is just where we go, and I find the place in the textbook of something that I want to teach. And in this case, we're doing long division. So I find something that I want, and I take a picture of it with the iPad. And how you do that is you press the side button over here, and then the home, not simultaneously, but you first press this button and then you press the home button, and it takes a screenshot. So I do that, and it goes to your picture file, and then I will crop out what I don't want, and then that just appears up on the screen. And that doesn't appear, but I have to press this add button, and it'll allow me to add an existing image or whatnot. And you can see that I can go to my camera roll, and I can pick out, anything that I want. So there's what I had just put on there before, and then you can crop it. And I crop it using that app, and then it pastes right here in the screen. And you can write text, you can create a text box, so you can pretty much make it the way you want it. If you don't have an Apple Pencil, you can use a stylus, and they write really well. I can write right across everything now. What I don't like about this is once it's written and you go to another screen and you come back, if you want to change something, you can't erase it. You have to go through a process of selecting it and getting rid of it in that respect. But anyway, so once I get all my slides set up, so here's where you make all your slide selections down here, and you just hit the plus button, and that adds another slide, and then you can scroll through using the arrow keys. Once I have all my slides set up, I can go back and begin my video. Okay, let's see. I'll hit the record button, which for Screencast-O-Matic is down here in the bottom. I can't go to that with the pencil, but because it's too low. But anyway, the record button's down here. You press the record button, and then it's recording whatever's on your screen. If you don't have the microphone like this, it'll use the microphone that's on the computer, or you can create your own, get your own microphone. It's not necessarily as expensive as this. I really like this because of the quality of the sound. So that's why I decided to get this, because if you look at some of my other videos, you'll notice that the sound quality sucks. So I wanted to make sure I had good sound. And then once you do that, you go through your whole video. I try to do them all in one take. I don't want to have to edit if I could help it. So I try to keep it, one take as much as possible. If I do make a mistake, what I do like about Screencast-O-Matic is that I can pause it, and right in the middle of recording it, back it up a little bit to just before I made my mistake, and then start recording again. And it just truncates that stuff where I made the mistake, and just kind of basically edits it together. So it's pretty simple to use. And then I just continue recording out to the end. If you get the free version allows you up to a 15-minute long video. If you get the pay version, you can get much longer videos than that. I try not to make videos that long. This video is probably going to take a little bit longer just because of the nature of what I'm doing. So, but once I'm done, then I'll hit the stop button, and then my video is finished. You have two options at that point. You can either save it as a video file, which is what I do, and that just saves it to my computer, and then I have an external hard drive, which you can't see, but I have an external hard drive that I move everything to just to free up my computer space. Or you can upload it to Screencast-O-Matic, and that allows you to save it at Screencast-O-Matic, but I believe you're limited to a number of gigabytes that you can save. So if you plan on making a lot of videos, you may not be able to save them all right there. So other than that, once I'm done, it saves to my computer. Then I will upload it to YouTube. All right, and that just gives students another way to access the video. I try to post it in as many places as possible so students have access to it, wherever. I usually post it to my class webpage at ferrypassmiddle.org. I'll post it to YouTube, and then sometimes I'll even post it into the Google Drive so the kids can access it there. Once they get the Chromebooks, I imagine I'll post a lot of them there so they can watch them at home if they don't have internet, because they can just download it straight to their computer. If you do have students that still don't have access to anything, then you can download the video to a jump drive, and give it to the student, and they can watch it on a gaming console, Xbox, PS4, PS3, I believe, or they can watch it right on a flat screen TV. This is probably the oldest one I have, and it has a jump drive on it, and it's probably, I don't even know, it's probably 6, 7 years old, 8 years old. You can even put multiple videos on that jump drive, so if you have like a whole unit that you want to do and you have lessons for each one, then or each part of the unit, then you can download them all to the jump drive. So make sure you keep the titles consistent with the actual lesson so the kids can identify which video goes with what lesson. And if you upload to YouTube, which I really recommend, you have a YouTube channel with your ecsd.me account, so you don't have to create anything new. You can just use that YouTube channel. I would hashtag all your videos. It asks you if you want to, when you create your name, then you want to create a description of the video, and then you also want to add tags to it, and that's what these, I guess they're basically hashtags. But tag it as much as possible. That way it's easy for the students to find it if they have to search for it, easy for you to find it, and just maybe even easier for other people, because, you know, I get people from all over the world that send me messages saying my videos help them, which is always good to know. So, you know, hashtag it with your name of the assignment, the lesson standards, your name, lesson topics, you know, as many common words as you can possibly think of, and that just makes your video easier to search for. Once you do that, you're ready to upload it, or not really upload it, but, you know, create an assignment in Google Drive, which I'll get to a little bit later. I believe that's it. We'll see if we can put this together. Thanks.